Mega Man X Episode 6. 3 weeks ago, the space colony Eurasia was taken over by Sigma. Sigma hired a mysterious Reploid, Dynamo. Dynamo led the Eurasia into orbit toward the Earth, thus beginning the tragic Earth crisis. Maverick Hunter, Zero, taking the Earth's destiny into his own hands, one Reploid made a crash attack against the furious space colony. Furious. It was a successful attack, and the space colony was destroyed. But, although the Earth was saved, the huge explosion seriously damaged it. As for the battle against Sigma, it went poorly. X and Zero defeated Sigma and narrowly escaped with their lives. However, only one would return from the battle. That doesn't make sense. A blue light, X, still gripping a familiar saber in his hand. 3 weeks later, at present, there is so much pollution on the ruined Earth from the explosion that the Reploids can barely work. Is that the only thing that matters? And a man is glowing in the eye. Hello there, and welcome to Mega Man X6. It's cool to see some of the events from X5 with a little more animation than the X5 cutscenes had. But so yeah, here we are. So it's crazy that we're already on the 6th game in the series. And as I've said, I am excited, but nervous to get into this one. Also, my name is Eric. I call myself Demon Alchemist. Forgot that part of my intro. Mode select screen. Oh. Weird way to describe that. You can still do slow game speed. Strange. But yeah. So here we are. There's 3 ways to exit that screen. There's no training stage like there was in X5. But... And also, when you hit game start... You'll notice a couple things. 1, no character select. 0 did die at the end of the last game. 2, similar cutscene style to X5. But 3, voice acting. This has voice dialogue, all in Japanese. They didn't translate it, which, well, they translated the text obviously, but they didn't redub it, and I'm good with that. Also, when I heard Gate speak the last time I played this, I was like, he sounds a lot like Amuro in the Gundam series. It's not Toru Furuya, but the voice is similar. I guess I'm debating whether or not to read it. What happened? I heard they avoided the collision. But they might as well have failed. And for this, we should be thankful? This is not all. Something else is going to happen. Feel uneasy. What is this? This is... debris. But what from? Was there any violent battle here? I wonder how many people and Reploids were sacrificed. Wait, this is... I might not read every line. It might get annoying. I'll probably just treat it with voice acting. But yeah, I want to point out real quick that, yeah, this is a follow-up to the good ending of X5. So, Eurasia was destroyed, but there was still damage. 1 week later. Also, it said 3 weeks after X5. X5 ends with an epilogue that says 3 years later. Not sure if that's just mistranslation or just a retcon. It would make sense if it's a retcon, given that X5 was supposed to be the end of the series.
ついに完成したぞ。この冷静な僕があまりのことにおかしくなってしまいそうだ。いけない。これからなんだ。今まで この僕の研究を理解すらできなかった奴らを。そうこの世の下等なレプリロイドたち全てを
You could hear there that he said Reploroids.
僕の元に服従させるためにできるぞ。レプリロイドだけの理想の世界。僕が全てを支配する素晴らしい世界が。
Very Sigma, unsurprisingly.
X 目を覚ませ X。 今はお前しかいないんだ。お前が戦わなければ誰が戦う。早く目を覚ますんだ X。
There is no one else is left to fight. Get up now, X. I guess it's a dream, but still, that's just poor writing. And localizers. She said mechanaloid, not maverick, but or irregular, as it would be in Japanese. You rush to the scene. There we go. I might just treat it like the cutscenes in X4 and be quiet for the cutscenes, since there is voice acting. Most of the mechanaloids became mavericks. It's been a long time. Stay alert, X. Oh, I love this fucking song. I'll be fine since I have the armor and saber. Since I fixed the Falcon armor very quickly, the dash function is incomplete. Alright. Anyway, I will stop the mechanaloids. Okay. Go to the entrance of the ruins ahead. It's also hard to read the text in this game. Alright. Here we are, finally. Like the previous game, you do start with the main armor of the previous game. The main difference, as she was saying, although not well described, is that you can't fly anymore. You can air dash, which you couldn't before. Not that it mattered, because it's the air dash. But he also mentioned that he has the saber. And yes, he does. That's one of the big differences in this game, is that X has the Z-Saber. He's kind of a fusion of X and Zero in the previous games. Oh, you can't destroy those. Or you can, I think, with the saber, but there's still these ropes, like in X5, and you can crouch. It's very mechanically similar to X5. I should also point out that my voice might sound a little off, and that's because I'm sick. I've been sick for the last 4 days, and like my throat was messed up. It's only now, today, that I've felt well enough to record. And even then, I don't think I could really record more than a video or two. But I am happy to finally be making progress again. I haven't recorded in like a week. Not that that's that weird. But I'm recording this on... Ow. I've been a week ahead for a while, but I'm recording this right now on... Well, I want that. On February 9th, 2023, which is just a day. It's Thursday, and this is going up tomorrow on Friday. So I need to record it and edit it today, which is fine. But since I am still sick, I might need to edit out coughs and sniffles and stuff. So if there's just a weird gap of silence, that's probably what that is. There you are you alright? Beyond here is a giant mechanaloid. It's suddenly activated due to a radio wave problem. That's strange. We are afraid and we got hurt. I'll take care of this. Return to the Hunter base now. Alright. It acts like it's possessed. Be careful. I need water. But, this game is both simpler and more complex than X5. I think it's generally harder to approach. That's mostly a level design thing. It's actually, structure-wise, notably simpler than X5. There's no time system. Can I get 2 hits? No, only 1. I fucked up. There we go. The Z Saber is pretty cool, actually. Like, it's not a big deal. Well, it kind of is, depending on how well you utilize it. It's pretty cool. But there is some weirdness with this game, as most X games have. But none of the timer, like I was saying, none of the parts and the Enigma and Shuttle from the previous game. It has its own little intricacies that we'll get into. And here's one of them. A weird purple shade of Zero popped in and slashed him. He did the final hit. Even though he was out of health already, but whatever. Zero? Did I see you, Zero? Ooh, I love this dude's design. Is it gonna say his name? I knew Zero was doing this. Oh, that's... Who are you? Hi, Max. I'm investigating the Zero Nightmare. What? Did you say the Zero Nightmare? What are you trying to do? What is your connection to the Zero Nightmare? What about Zero? You're behind this. You are dangerous. I'll dispose of you. He is... I was gonna say he's hard. He's not just hard. He's invincible right now. Unsurprisingly, we will be able to hurt him later. I love Murada. Which means it's useless. Maverick Hunter, not amazing. We will destroy the Zero Nightmare. You are not wanted here. Keep out. Okay, fuck you too. I could not inflict any damage on him. Hi, Max, the Zero Nightmare? Did I dream about Zero? Did you have a Zero Nightmare, X? What is happening? I love the music here. I like this screen more than its equivalent in X5. There is still Hunter rank, and it does matter, actually. It's also way easier to manage. You see Soul Obtained. We'll get to that in the next level. I don't think Maverick's defeated or damage received has anything to do with Hunter rank. It has these... I like each of these little sections here. It didn't cover the boss because we just fought a normal boss. It's not a Maverick. That was a lot of stuff. I'm just gonna clear these. Oh, but I kinda don't want to. But I will. I was like, oh, I'll screenshot it. I can just do that from the video if I want to. Nightmare. His voice might sound familiar. Kind of. I don't know if it's the same voice actor, but it's definitely similar in style to another voice we've heard in this series. Did he say Akuma, which means devil? There are few Reploids or humans are left on the Earth. The same kind of messed up line. Actually, I'm confused. Does this follow the bad ending of X5? Because I don't think that many people were hurt or killed. Should be a phenomenon, right? This nightmare phenomenon.
彼の亡霊が原因であるという情報もある。
なんだって、勝手なことを。
待って X、 最後まで聞きましょう。
さて、ここで勇姿を募るとしよう。我々と志を共にする者たちよ、この8人の調査員のもとに集え。我々の目的はナイトメアの撲滅、
Of course it
そ
is.
してゼロの亡霊を消すことである。未来のため来たれここに。
未来のために for the future, for
な
our
お
future.
このハイマックスが調査員のリーダーとして参加しておる。我らのところに来れば身の安全は保証しよう。イレギュラーハンターもレフリフォースも今や壊滅状態。
You mentioned the Replo Force in Japanese.
未来は我らと共に自らの力で守ろうではないか。
Did they just miss that, or do they specifically not want to mention Replo Force? He's saying he's calling to both Maverick Hunters and Replo Force members, not just Reploids.
待っているぞ諸君。
I wish there was a little more going on visually, but
ふざけてる。ゼロのことをそんな風に。みんなを救うためにゼロは命を懸けて戦ったのに。
he did.
今は何を言われても仕方ないわ。事実、ゼロの姿をしたナイトメアが目の前に現れたのよ。私たちも調査する必要があるわね。ナイトメアの正体を。今はアイ族やハイマックスのことは放っておきましょう。
Isak didn't introduce himself, but his name was there.
疑いのあるエリアって言ってたけど、一体どんなところなんだ。調べられないか、エリア。
ダメだわ。激しい電波障害が起こっていて、ここからでは調べることができないわ。
It'd be like a jamming signal or something. It's weird to say a strong jamming.
なら乗り込むしかないな。直接ナイトメアに触れることができるかもしれないし。
I just like
さっ
the.
きの調査員っていうのも気になるしな。
Is that reason enough for you to kill them, X? I guess so. But he's talking about the same feeling thing that Zero was talking about in the previous game.
ナイトメア危険が伴う任務になりそう。正体を突き止め被害を最小限に抑えなければならない。奴が言っていたようにこれ以上レプリロイドを失う許されない。 X、 とりあえず一度戻ってくる。
了解。直ちに戻る。
It's weird that he's not wearing the Falcon armor when you have to be wearing it in the intro stage. We are now beginning our mission to check the 8 areas that Isak had sent investigators to investigate the nightmare phenomena. But considering the situations of the Maverick Hunters, you are the only hunter who could accomplish these difficult missions. As we've lost Zero, you are our only hope. Can you do it, X? I'll do... Sorry, my throat just died on me for a second there. I'll do it! I've just obtained the report of the nightmare areas and the investigators sent to the areas. However, the details of the situations in the areas are still unknown due to bad radar transmission. Also, in case any changes occur in the nightmare area, I'll show you by a red signal. It is difficult to predict what the changes are, though. That's okay. I'll know when I get there. I guess I should still give him the badass voice I gave him at the end of X5. He's a little more grown up now. Even though it's only been 3 weeks instead of 3 years, but I will discover what the nightmares are and what Isak's intentions are. Don't push yourself too hard, X. Remember, you are our only hope. Roger. Okay, that's an annoying voice. X? What is it, Alia? Nothing, just be careful. Some Reploids may accept that what Isak says is true and come to the nightmare areas. If you find them, secure them and then send them to the Hunter base. The Reploids you have rescued can be surveyed here by pressing the RB. It's weird that it actually became just text instead of the button icon. And if you obtain any items, I'll process them into parts you can use. You can equip parts with the LB. Good luck, X. So yeah, she talked about the profile or the pictures for the Mavericks turning red, and that affects the stage somehow. We'll get to that. It doesn't happen just yet. This is the parts screen where you can equip parts. Obviously, I don't have any. Also shows what armors you have. And I have the Falcon armor, and none of the 8 pieces listed there. And also, yeah, I haven't rescued any. She says rescued, but her description there sounds like I'm kidnapping people. And you can play as just unarmored X or Falcon armor. There's not any reason to play as unarmored X in this game. I don't think so, at least. This is Commander Yamark. I don't remember if all of the Mavericks have the same names in Japan and the US, but at least most of them do in this game. But here we are. I love the background here. That exclamation point, I believe, means checkpoint. Hitting them obviously makes them roll up, these little dudes. I say obviously, why would that be obvious? The new enemies. The Z-Saber is really good for defeating enemies. These guys disappear for a bit, come back, and if you kill them again, they still come back? Okay. There's some way to kill them permanently, but I guess I don't remember. These guys make little things appear on screen. Oh, God. Well, yeah, like I was saying before, I am still sick. Kind of sucks. I'll explain the saving the Reploids a little bit in a sec, and I'll continue my thought there. X, I wonder when peace will return. I wanted you to live in peace and in a warless era. We must put an end to this nightmare. Forgive me, all I can do is give you this armor. However, for security reasons, the armor won't work until the 4 programs combine. Collect 4 programs to complete the armor. Now I will install a foot program of the blade armor. The blade armor is cool. This program will enhance your dash performance and enable you to perform the mock dash. You can dash while jumping and you'll be invincible in the beginning. For the Earth, for the future. Good luck. Chikyu no tameni? Mirai no tameni? Is that how that to be said in Japanese? Yeah, just like X5, it's a bit of a bummer, but you have to get all 4 programs before you can use the armor. But actually, I didn't think to mention before, you have iframes. Okay, you have some iframes while dashing with this armor. Not perfectly. God damn. This game is quite difficult. This is a nightmare. I know they're talking about Zero Nightmare, but these things... I'm gonna die here. Yep. This game is notably harder, I think, than like any of the other Mega Man X games. Certainly, I suck at it. Yeah, you don't have full iframes. You can't just tank hits through enemies. But this game sort of requires a bit more cautious of an approach, unless you already have it memorized. But these are nightmares. These tendrily evil-looking dudes. They are evil. They're nightmares. They drop, as you saw the first time, little blue orbs, which are called Nightmare Souls. I have in total right now 8. What? Why do I have 8? Okay, I don't know why I have 8. I don't know how much each orb is worth. There's a thing over here, a sub-tank, and an injured Reploid, but we can't get either of those yet. These dudes are a pain in the ass and my least favorite thing in the game. They're not hard to kill, as you can tell, but they can kill injured Reploids. Can I get up here yet? No, I don't think so. Anyone who's played Mega Man X7 knows that injured Reploids can die. It functions differently in this game. In X7, any enemy can kill an injured Reploid. In this game, only Nightmares can. And they can't kill them by attacking them. Instead, they latch on, transform them into Mavericks, and then at that point, you can either kill them or leave them alone, but you can't save them anymore. And the game saves when that happens. Well, I say that. Oof. Yeah, okay, that's a fine way to get through that area. You can't... Once that happens, they're gone, and you have to reset your save if you want to save them. I don't believe that saving all of the Reploids does anything, but I still do it because it feels like it feels like you're supposed to. I think you're kind of missing the point if you don't do that. But only some are actually useful. Some have parts for you, as Alia was saying, although she didn't describe it very well, as no one ever does in these games, at least in the US. Saving one that has a part will save that you have that. And then you can equip it the next time you're there. Oh, you can see in the top left there a little weird purple bluish thing. And that is relevant to the nightmare phenomenon, the Zero Nightmare specifically. But we can't get up there right now, so we'll worry about that later. God, I'm so sniffly and coffee? That's stupid. But the injured Reploids also give you a life and heal you a little bit, just like in the previous game. But they are a big part of the game. They're tracked, they're an important like stat thing. Each stage has 1 with a life up, 2 with weapon energy ups, and 2 parts, I think. That's how it is in X7. I think it's the same here, but I'm not 100% sure. I've played X7 more than this one recently. You're the Nightmare Investigator, Commander Yamark? Yes, I'm in charge of the Amazon area. Tell me, what is Zero up to? You must know something. Zero has nothing to do with this. Stop accusing him. I won't trust both the Maverick Hunter and Reploid Researcher. I don't know what you're thinking. What? I won't end up being betrayed and deleted. I will delete you first. More confrontational than I expect. Just like X5, the Mavericks have levels. Obviously, since there's no time system, I think it's only affected by what order you fight the bosses in. Obviously, I don't have a sub-tank. Oh, I'm so close. Yeah, there we go. Almost died, but that's fine. So the first one you fight is going to be level 1, because I don't think there's any way to boost it without beating them. Which is great, because it means that you're not really going to have trouble with your first fight, especially if you pick Commander Yamark. He is very easy. But how many Reploids did I save there? We'll see. It goes through this list here. Record time! I got 236 souls. I believe the way the Nightmare Souls work is that the orb first drops is big, and then if it sits there for a bit, it shrinks, and when it shrinks, it's worth less. And after a while, it'll disappear, and then the Nightmare will reappear. So if you don't kill them and collect their orb, they could reappear and kill a Reploid when you don't expect it. You found a mysterious item. It's related to the Nightmare. Let's call it the Nightmare Soul. Collect the souls to increase ranking. As your hunter ranking increases, you'll be able to equip parts. The higher your ranking, the more you can equip parts. Yep, that's how it works in this game. When you achieve the GA rank, you'll be able to equip the limited parts. Unlike the other parts, the limited parts should be equipped at the weapon select screen. Limited parts are parts you can only use once per stage. One time only. You got the Yamar option. Dragonflies help you on offense and defense. Yep, they fly around you and are good for both of those things. I saved Ma 01408, 404, fuck, I can read. Sukatorm, Satan, Yonoji, Ryo, Araki, Goken, Yars, Hanse, Toshiji, Yoshimu, Kuborina. So I got a life up, 1 energy up, super recover, and rapid 5. And I got like part B. This is something that pisses me off. When it gets to the boss section here, it describes the boss you just fought, the Maverick. But the picture there is always Blizzard Wolfang. And that really annoys me. I wish it changed for each level you enter. Commander Yamark, an ex-investigator in the Amazon area. He's only an ex-investigator because we killed him. He was an investigator. He was a Reploid created for the Nature Preservation Project. He burnt the forest by control disorder. He wasn't accused of the incident, but someone altered Yamark's flying system. He crashed and died. He was created by my colleague, Gate. What? crashed and died. Didn't I just kill him? I don't understand what that's about. But yeah, my hunter rank has already gone up from D to C. And yeah, once you reach GA rank, which I believe is the one above SA, you equip limited parts. So it takes a while before you can equip those.
報告します。早くも調査員が一人。
分かってる。例のイレギュラーハンターに倒されたのだろう。未だにいつ作られたかもわからないオールドロボットに勝てないのか。
The mysterious old robot. He is mysterious and he is old.
アイゾックよ。しばらくあのハンターを監視してくれ。
I actually thought it was pronounced Isoc in Japanese. It's Isoc. That's how I'm gonna say it. Isoc. Aizoku.
は、仰せのままに。
それより、あの実験はどうだ？成果は出ているか？
すべては順調に絶大な効果が出ております。
The effect is brilliant.
99.98% の確率でレプリロイドを陥れています。
The way he said the percentage makes you think of Neon Genesis Evangelion.
素晴らしい発明ですな。しかし、ハイマックスをもってすれば、今すぐにでも地球上に存在するすべてのレプリロイドを抑えることが可能です。現にあのイレギュラーハンターですらかなわなかったのですから。
ダメだ。もうしばらく実験を行いたい。引き続きデータの収集に当たってくれ。
かしこまりました。
ところで、お前の探し物は見つかったのか？おそらくこの世には存在しないと思うが。
いやー、そんなはずはありません。私は見たのです。それに奴はあのぐらいのことで死んでしまうようなランクの低いレプリロイドではありません。
X といい、確かにしぶとい奴らだからな。生きてるかもしれないが、可能性は低いだろう。
必ずや見つけ出してまいります。
僕にとってはどうでもいいことだ。お前の好きにするがいい。僕にはゼロの本体など必要ないからな。
The body of Zero. Like X2?
とにかく、例の実験と X の監視だけはしっかり頼むぞ。
は。
This episode will have the most cutscenes, at least for a while. So this one's gonna be a little long. But I was just looking up his voice actor, Isoc. For one, he plays King Piccolo and Kami in Dragon Ball. Which I assume means he plays Piccolo Jr. too. He also does dubbing for Joe Pesci and Christopher Lloyd in live-action movies in Japan. And he does indeed have the same voice actor as the other character I alluded to. I'll be more specific later on, but so you might recognize his voice. There's also Colonel Roy Campbell in the Metal Gear games. Aw, he died. That's sad. Sorry. Back to the game. So, I am not entirely sure who I want to do next. Nah, I am. I got a part though, but I can't equip any. You'll be able to tell when you can equip things because the blue long hexagons will be green, and that'll be an open slot. Right now, I can't equip anything. I don't know what rank you have to get to before you can equip things. Yeah, there's only 4 I didn't save there. That's cool. But we're doing Central Museum. Almost picked normal X. Don't know why I would do that. But this is Ground Scaravich. I really like the designs of the Mavericks in this game, which is true for all of them in the series, pretty much. There are some that I'm not as into, but in general, I like them all. Every time it beeps, I expect her to start talking, like, can you hear me, X? Sorry, I'm just checking. What? Their names are, to make sure, Commander Yanmark is a little different. It's Yanmark in Japanese. Y-A-N-M-A-R-C-K as opposed to double M-A-R-K. But yeah, Ground Scaravage is weak to the Yanmar option, which I realize probably is called the Yanmar option in Japanese. I would assume it would match the boss's name. But so this level has you teleporting around between different sections. And in this game in general, you want to make sure to kill any of these before moving on, because you don't want to bring a Reploid on screen before you've killed one of them, or you've killed them all. Because it's not just ones already nearby that can kill the Reploids. Any of them can kill any of them. So be very cautious. Once you break that, you'll teleport back. The structure level is a little weird. You fight these dudes, and like the previous game, you do have a Giga attack. If you time it well, you can use it to kill most of these dudes. The totem guys. And that's basically just how this entire level goes. You go forward, you touch the blue shade version. You go through little sections, which it randomly picks which ones, I believe. Like, even if you die and just respawn, it could be a different section, pretty sure. Basically, you want to leap to save any of the Reploids that are on screen. Not all of them are in substantial risk of being killed, but a lot of them are, and some are really stupid. Some are ridiculously easy to get killed. Like I said, this is my least favorite part of the game. Least favorite thing in the game, I guess. In addition to this suit not being able to fly, I think the charge shot is less good. In the previous game, it would barrel through enemies, but it doesn't seem to as much in this one. It's still pretty good. I still like this armor in this game. I suppose you could show you the Yanmar option, since if I die, it'll refill it anyway. They float around you, and if you press triangle or Y or X on Switch, they'll shoot out. And I can charge them, actually. That's the thing that is different about the Falcon armor in this game, is that you can charge. And when you charge, they glow and shoot out in random directions. They are literally options, like in Gradius, and I wonder if that's why they're called that. Obviously, that's Konami. But it wouldn't be that weird for Capcom to reference Konami. I can't think of a specific time they've done that, but I'm sure they have. If there's a bunch of nightmares on screen, it's not a bad idea. Oh shit. That was a problem. I'm actually... Oh, that sucks. I'm gonna kill myself. I don't know if that'll take me to the same spot. I hope so. I didn't think about the fact that the Giga Attack would destroy the teleport thing as well. There were collectibles there that I want to get. Obviously, just like X5, every stage has an armor part, or an armor program, since there are two armors again. And they're both pretty cool. As opposed to X5, where the Gaia armor is not great. I actually really, really like I actually really like both armors in this game. Yeah, the charge shot of this does not tear through enemies anymore. That's a real bummer. It's weird you can trigger it there and then fall down. I'll give you data for an armor program. I keep thinking it's X talking because his sprite is there. Obtain all 4 programs to complete the armor. One I give you now is the head program for the blade armor. It allows you to consume less energy as you use your special weapons. I'm praying for world peace and for your safety. The blade armor is one of my favorite armors in the series, so I'm excited to get it. I do really like this game overall. I just don't like it as much as the others. It's mainly just like, I find saving the Reploids annoying. Most of them are okay, but there are a handful that are incredibly aggravating. Although I realize enemies don't deal a ton of damage. Like, I'm getting hit a lot here, and I'm still doing okay. Oh, yeah, the Yanmar option is actually phenomenal for avoiding the blocks in the stage. I'm still taking more hits than I should be, but it's okay. I'm gonna try to split hits here. Yeah, perfect. Perfect timing. Nice. Each of the teleports here is a checkpoint. As, yeah, the same thing appears on screen. I believe, yeah, there's one down here. I know most of the locations, because they're not that, like, super well hidden for the most part. There are a couple that are harder to find. Usually if like you think it's probably there, usually if there's a spot that feels like it'll have a Reploid, it will. Not there. I assumed that would also be a pit I could go down like the other two, but that's fine. Maybe it is set when you die. Also, that didn't checkpoint my location, but it did checkpoint progress. I think it is set actually when you die. I don't think it re-rolls unless you get a game over or exit the stage. Even if, and also, once you kill them once, I don't know if it's until you get a game over again or if it's just exiting the stage and coming back, but they don't drop the orbs again. But it's still worth killing them because otherwise they'll swarm you. Some of the stages have a ton of them. Ow. Yeah, don't go down there. This video might end up being actually quite long. Let's see. I want... You can stand down here, and while you'll take damage, it's still a great spot to hit them. I don't know if this is really worthwhile. It's not. I don't know if I got by the spikes there or the enemy killed me, but either way, I take back that you should do that. Don't do that. It's stupid. I love the style of the stage. It's a museum. So I guess each of these sections are exhibits. There's Saturn, I guess. I think some of these sections have randomized bits. Because it feels like the exact layout of the platforms and stuff isn't always the same. But I might just not be observant. Wouldn't exactly be a surprise. Since the charge shot's not as good in this game, honestly, mashing shot. Honestly, just mashing the Buster is a totally solid strategy. I'm gonna just do this. That was not very effective. Enemies don't respawn. Well, these guys don't respawn, I should say. Enemies still respawn in this game. There we go. Jesus. Now, the spikes don't get you from here, so he just killed me. Just like X5, your health bar is pretty minuscule, and I mean, I guess mainly thin. I actually wonder if you start with 8 health like normal in the other games. It's hard to tell since the pixels are different. I think it's way higher, because if 1 pixel's still 1 unit, then that's way more than 8. Ground Scaravage, you must be the burglar of ruins. What are you doing here? That's a weird way to say that. Oh, because he runs a museum? Is that why he looks kind of like, I don't know, stereotypical, like, British explorer, adventurer? Well, 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 what have we here? Why, it's Officer X. This is horrible. This is horrible. Like in Star Fox 64. It's a Falco quote. I think I mentioned that in one of the other videos. Why do I have to face someone like you here? Be a smart Reploid and give me the information on nightmares. I'd rather just see what DNA data you have. He is weak to the Yamark option. He takes more damage from being physically touched, I think. Maybe. Nah, I think it's about the same. He summons progressively bigger and bigger balls. But he takes enough damage from the Yammer option that you can kind of just tank him. He'll switch sides after. You just sort of jump around. Jump, jump, jump around. just do that. It's not too bad. I like the background here. I like this big circular room. It actually reminds me of the first boss in Metroid Prime, but that's just because I just played some Metroid Prime Remastered earlier, which just came out. So hype. That's really fun so far. I should figure out how to use my Elgato capture card so I can record like the Switch. You got the ground dash. Crush certain types of rocks with this. It sucks. I saved Gold, Megami, PL98, Ano or Ino, Dungar, Chop, Home. Way fewer that time. Still got the head parts though. Ground Scaravage, an ex-treasure hunter. He was just devoted to the research on an ancient site. He also had lots of research data on ancient robots. Gate took care of Scaravage in exchange for that ancient data. Gate improved his knowledge from him. Then Gate had him go to a forbidden area. By the way, Gate is the purple dude with the V-shaped head on the right side there. I don't think he introduced himself. Or if he did, I just didn't notice. It was a place that you were both discovered. I saw Scaravage enter the place. I felt bad, but I disposed him. What? Gate didn't seem to care. I didn't want to remember this. I am so confused what they're talking about. And not just because I disposed him doesn't make a lot of sense. Yeah, I've saved 19 Reploids. It's not great for doing 2 whole stages. But that's pretty good progress for the first episode. We still... Oh yeah, there! Now I can equip a part. Super Recover and Rapid 5 both suck. This just makes you able to shoot 5 bullets on screen, and this just makes you recover more from pickups, so I guess I'll do that for now. In Ground Scaravage's stage, I saved, yeah, just 6. Bunch left. That's because there are a bunch of segments I didn't see. I only saw, what, 3? And there's a bunch, so that's where the rest of them are. Most of them, as we'll get to in the next episode. But I think that's where I'll leave that for now. And I'll see you guys in the next video. We'll do something quite interesting. See you then. Thanks for watching.